Good evening, everyone, and welcome to yet another exciting session of Candid Meena. And today we have a lot of interesting news lined up. The very fact that Jaya Bachchan seems to be, in a lot of controversy yet again, and she has made a lot of controversial remarks right from in the parliament where she argued with, Jagandeep regarding the tone of his voice, and she really got it from Jagandeep. And now, she in an interview she talked about her daughter-in-law Aiswarya Rai. So we'll be talking about that, as well as the fact that Sukesh Chandrasekhar has given a new gift to Jacqueline Fernandez. In spite of him being in jail, he has gifted a huge gift to Jacqueline Fernandez. And what is that gift? We'll be talking about that as well as many other interesting news we have, especially with the fact that Tripti Dimri has increased her salary by 4 times, if you can imagine, after her role in Animal. So we will tell you about that as well. So it is over to you.
Yeah. So good evening, friends. Welcome to this session. Welcome, Meera, Nina. Always nice to see you. And so let's start the session. But let me just give you a small point before I move on. Apparently, what we have understood, I think, Jadev, you can just show the picture that I just gave you about the Olympics winners. Now, if you can just show that, I'll go on to the point that I wanted to make. Welcome, Ree. Always good, nice to see you. Always, yeah. So the American deep state, we all know, is not a friend of India. If it can bring down Donald Trump, and install Biden, then we can imagine what would be its plans for India. Islamist dictators don't matter as long as the regime is in line with the deep state agenda. So India has to be very, very cautious. Now, this is a picture I want you to I'm just leaving it to your, judgment, your imagination. These are the winners from the Olympics. If you see something in common, you will understand what it is. The one eye syndrome and who it belongs to. So this is something that I want to do because a lot of the things in the Olympics, were pointed out by people that they started off with an Jesus stand in the program. Then there were many other things. Even the horseman who was shown over the river was also what do you say, messenger of death. So, and also, a lot of the other things, the actors were, gay people. So there were lots of things that they did that did bring about suspicions. And of course, even in the case of the Indian athletes, there were some problems. So everything did not go hunky-dory as, it would in a normal, events like this. Olympics has always been a little bit of a funny sport because here everything is not as it seems. So here again, as I mentioned, just look at this picture and you'll know what is this that they are all showing. Okay, so moving on to Thali Wali Mami story. Welcome, Fennel, and welcome, Divya. Always nice to see you. Yeah. So Thali Wali Mami's old video, one of her old interviews is back. It's now has now surfaced on her candid remarks about Aishwarya Rai Bachchan, her daughter-in-law. And in this, she shared her perspective on the dynamics of her relationship with Aishwarya, emphasizing the distinction between a daughter and a daughter-in-law. She discussed her role as a mother-in-law, and when asked if she was strict with Aishwarya after her marriage to Abhishek Bachchan, she responded with a straightforward assertion: "Strict? She's not my daughter. She's my daughter-in-law. Why should I be strict with her? I'm sure her mother has done that for her." She elaborated on her views by stating there is a difference between a daughter and a daughter-in-law. I don't know why, but you don't feel you don't need to respect your parents. As a daughter, you take your parents for granted. With your in-laws, you can't do that. This distinction highlights the different expectations and responsibilities that come with with each familial role. She also acknowledged that relationships can evolve over time. She said, and later on things change because today I feel more a Bachchan than a Bhaduri. Now you see all this has come out because of the way she spoke in the parliament. And now people are, see, social media is not a very forgiving one. If you try to lie, then of course they will dig out your old videos and bring out the double standards that you are showing, because earlier you would have said something and then now you change your stand and say keep changing according to your own wish. So she has been exposed time and again as a person who does not stick to the truth. She just gives whatever version she feels is convenient at the moment. And of course, if you look at the what happened in the parliament, I would say that it was her body language that was wrong, because the speaker was just speaking in his normal tone. Yeah, back to you. So there's an interesting
Yeah.
comment from Meera. Thali Wali Mami must have written the scripts for these Ekta Kapoor serials. Typical Sasu, not setting good examples, but wants to appear as a goddess. Yes, and sometimes you find it very odd the way she speaks to paparazzi. Like yesterday, you were saying, she says that somebody called Aishwarya. She's saying, "Did you go to school with her? How can you call her Aishwarya?" So what does she want her to call her? Mrs. Aishwarya Bachchan, and then again she'll raise the topic saying that why she doesn't have her own identity. Now don't call her a Bachchan. Now call her Aishwarya Rai. So with her you cannot win anyway. So, and even once she told a photographer, I hope you fall. You know, so this is a kind of crazy talk that she does, and even though her granddaughter watches her almost like an embarrassment, this lady has no problem in front of everybody. She plays the same role. Yeah, back to you.
Yeah, so it is quite clear that she does not get along with her daughter-in-law Aishwarya Rai, because from the very fact that Anand Ambani's wedding, we didn't see Aishwarya Rai, her daughter Aradhya, along with the Bachchan family in a group photograph at least. So even though they sat together, even though Abhishek and Aishwarya Rai sat together, but in the photo sessions they were not seen together. And it is quite clear that Jaya Bachchan is not very comfortable with Aishwarya Rai from what it looks like. And also note the fact that Aishwarya Rai has not even appeared in Navya talk show in YouTube even once, right? So why is that? Why has Aishwarya Rai not even once been featured in the Navya talk show? So from that
Even
itself, you can yeah.
yeah, even when she went to France, though both of them were there, Navya was also there. They never came together. They went on separate ways.
Yes. So, and also, I have not seen Navya talk much about Aishwarya Rai also. So, from that itself, you can, connect the dots. Ree says she does not get along with anyone at all. Yes, Ree. लोग
लोग
जेल
जेल
में
में
रह
रह के
गर्लफ्रेंड को
गर्लफ्रेंड को
गिफ्ट
गिफ्ट
सेंड.
कर रहा है. Congrats, India has become Colombia and Mexico a rival. And look at the amount. Jaydev will just tell you, speak about that. Look at the amount of money he has. Yeah, back to you.
Yeah, so coming to the next piece of news, and it's quite shocking that a person sitting in jail like Sukesh Chandrasekhar, he has given Jacqueline Fernandez a yacht named after her for her birthday. In a letter to Jacqueline, she said, "Lady Jacqueline," and he revealed the yacht, and apparently the yacht, must be costing so many millions of dollars. And to honor this, he pledged a donation of Sukesh revealed that he has a very special birthday gift for her. He acknowledged her passion for animal welfare and helping those in need. To honor this, he pledged a donation of 15 crores for the welfare of the landslide victims of Wayanad, Kerala, and also promised to provide 300 homes for those affected by tragedy. And apparently, he has gifted this yacht. And if you remember that just recently that the ED, as a part of the ongoing money laundering investigation, with regards to Sukesh Chandrasekhar, also they have been, in this case for a long time. And how is it that he has so much of money sitting in jail, and how is he able to gift all these when he's sitting in jail? Hasn't the does not the ED have full control of over him and his finances? Aren't they keeping a close tab on his finances? How is he able to operate when he's sitting in jail, right?
And when he's
So
giving 15 crores to Wayanad, shouldn't the government check where the money has come from?
exactly,
Huh? So
exactly.
only our money is taxed, or the criminals are let go like this? I don't understand.
Yeah, so Nirmala Sitaraman has to, keep a watch on this guy, right? Or the
And
BJP
give us a break.
yeah, you know. So maybe he can, contribute, a lot of money to ease the middle class burden, perhaps, right?
Yeah, right.
Yes. Yeah. So coming to the next piece of news.
Yeah. Now, apparently, the Big Boss 17 winner Munawar Farooqi has landed himself in a controversy yet again. The man who Ekta Kapoor put on a pedestal in her reality program Lock Up recently received a backlash for cracking an alleged inappropriate joke about the Konkani people. Furthermore, he also received a threatening warning from BJP MLA Nitish Rana and some supporters of the Maharashtra Navnirman Sena. Farooqi, as a result, took to his social media handle to issue an apology and clarified that he did not intend to hurt anybody's feelings. It all started off after Munawar was heard saying, Konkani log, and he said a bad word, a bad four-lettered word, banate hain, which translates to Konkani people cheating others. This did not let go down well with many sections of the society. The lockup winner then shared a video on his ex account wherein he could be heard saying, I've noticed that some people are getting hurt over my clip, and as a comedian, I don't want to hurt anybody. मैंने जिस पे जोक किया था वो लोगों ने भी बहुत एंजॉय किया था शो पे भी सब लोग थे मराठी लोग थे मुस्लिम लोग थे हिंदू लोग थे the people I joked about also enjoyed the show a lot. There were people from all backgrounds in the show, Marathis, Muslims, Hindus. But we understand that the issue when we see such things on the internet and notice them. I want to apologize and say sorry to all. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra. So suddenly he becomes very patriotic after that. Earlier, BJP MLA Nitesh Rane also lashed out at him in a video he shared on his X. He could be seen talking in Marathi and saying, it would not take long for me to send a green snake like you to Pakistan. Before this, Munawar faced a severe backlash in 2021, wherein he joked about Lord Ram, leading to his arrest. So this man is always playing with fire, and these people just try to test, how far they can go by abusing Hindus and different sections of people. So these people should be put in place, just like what Nitish Rane did right now, and threats like this should be given to them if they try to act too smart. So let me just take a few comments. Where is India headed to? How are these gangsters able to give such things, in fact, do anything? This is how criminals are treated? Yes, surprisingly, yes. Right, Meera. Meenaji Jayaji is suffering from CMS, corrective measure syndrome. She's habituated to correct people, paparazzi, and even members of her family all the time. She does that on Navya Naveli show. Yes, absolutely. Welcome, Vini. And welcome, Pratap. Nice to see you. Yes.
Welcome.
Back to you.
Yeah. So with regards to Munawar Farooqi, and he has been caught several times, and especially making fun of Hindu gods and goddesses, and he was arrested. And you can see how he was rewarded by the whole of Bollywood, because he has won many competitions like the Lockup reality show, which is produced by Ekta Kapoor, and then he was given a lot of importance in Big Boss. And so Bollywood has this habit of rewarding such characters who make fun of Hindu gods and goddesses, and especially now communities like the Konkan community. So the problem is that people don't take it very seriously. So now people should be more and more aware as to why Bollywood and all the characters it is glorifying, they have an agenda, and that is quite obvious, and that is to demean communities. It is to demean the Hindu religion and its beliefs. So what is
What you
more
said, yeah, what you
yeah.
said is so true. See, because I was shocked to see the Consul General of America has she met with Assaduddin Owaisi, and for what? I really don't know, because he's the man who's making the most problems in India. Any problem can be related to Owaisi. Now, why does an American have to see this man? So these are the same people. They did the same thing in Bangladesh. They met people from Bangladesh before this whole thing started. So now apparently the mischief maker seems to be America only, nobody else. And as Wolf and Divya say, Why aren't these people just boycotting people like Manawar? Easiest thing to do, yes. And Divya says, don't understand why he's from. So, Divya, this is an agenda, as Jay, they've said. There is a mission behind this. And they are all being supported by the deep state and, of course, CIA. So, this is something that we have to be very, very aware of, and only support Modi ji, because all these people are standing against him and trying to pull him down. Right, Wolf and Divya, Manawar should not be given any importance. Yes, absolutely, Meera. High time Hindus get out of their slumber. This is the biggest thing. Yes. Sunetra says Jacqueline is sounding like Lady Macbeth. Bizarre. We need to go through to this tragedy, that we need to go through the conman love story. How come he has? Yes, absolutely. Well said, Sunetra. This is what we've been asking. From where did he get such money? And even if such money is given, shouldn't it go through all the ED and the tax and all that? I really don't understand what's happening here. Yeah, back to you.
Yeah, so coming to the next piece of news, and it's with regards to Tripti Dimri. And many of you don't know this actress, and I'm not surprised if you don't know this actress in Bollywood. And she became famous after the film Animal, in which Ranveer acted. And for that particular role, she was paid only 25 lakhs, 40 lakhs. And her debut film was Laila Majnu, in which she was paid 25 lakhs. And since Animal became a very big hit, and in that in the film Animal, she has exposed in herself. She has exposed her body in a few scenes in the film Animal, which was very, very controversial. And after that, because of that particular scene in the song of Animal, that particular scene became viral, in Instagram and YouTube. And because of that, she got a lot of popularity. And because of that, in her film, Bad News, and she got paid, four times, of what she was paid previously. She got paid 1 crore rupees for a role in, Vicky Kaushal's and Amy Work's, film, Bad News. So now you can see how Bollywood works from this,
Yeah.
very particular news. Yes.
Yeah. Meera says, looks like Tripti has sold her body and now herself. She's did so well in Laila Majnu, Bulbul, and her previous films. Now Animal and Bad Newsmakers have corrupted her. Yes, and that is why they give her so much money. The moment they show a flesh, that's what they want. Always look forward to your sessions, source of true facts and news. Thank you so much, Divya, and we always
Thank you.
are happy to have you with us. These girls are devoted
These
only
girls.
to money. Yes, absolutely, Savitri. Yeah. So before we go on to the next piece of news, Jaydev, I just wanted to take up this. I don't know whether how many of you knew this that happened. You remember suddenly, Ekta Kapoor and her mother, moved out of alt. So let me just take the picture. Yeah. So you remember they left Alt Balaji suddenly, and I knew there was something very fishy happening. Now, according to this was last year, according to a press statement, Vivek Koka became the new chief business officer of Alt Balaji after Ekta Kapoor and Shobha Kapoor stepped down as the company's heads. The official statement stated that it was a strategic decision taken by Ekta and Shobha to focus on other projects. Now, streaming services like Alt and Ulu were not of yes, and to get to that point, it happened last year. Now, what happened last year was in March, the government confirmed that it had blocked 18 over the top platforms for obscene and vulgar content, and in some instances, pornographic content after multiple warnings by the Union Minister of Information and Broadcasting. At that time, it was Anurag Thakur. Now, the ministry, because netizens had complained about this, and they had said that these are all obscene apps and they're showing only obscene stuff. Now, the ministry took action in coordination with various intermediaries to block 18 OTT platforms, 19 websites, and 10 apps on 7 on Google Play Store, 3 on Apple App Store, and 57 social media accounts associated with these platforms were disabled for public access in the country. One user even wrote, if Alt Balaji and Ullu are not on the list. Apparently, these two were not on the list. Alt Balaji and Ullu, another app, were not on the list. So a person said that this ban won't mean much if these two are not included, because these two are the front runners. So these two are the front runners to vulgar content, and they have these two are they have been showing obscene stuff. Ye ullu band karo is what one person said. Looks like half-baked attempt under pressure. No action was taken against Alt Balaji and Ullu. They are bigger, popular, and serve soft porn. Now, see, the ones that were blocked were Dream Films, Movie, Yesma, Uncut Adda, Treeflix, X Prime, Neon, X VIP, Besharam, Hunter, Rabbit, Extra Mode, Newflix, Mood X, Mojflix, Hot Shots, VIP, Fuji, Chikuflix, and Prime Play. Their content included sexual innuendos and, in some instances, prolonged segments of pornographic and sexually explicit scenes devoid of any thematic or societal relevance. So the people started complaining that if you had banned them, then the most important was to ban Ullu and Alt Balaji, which never happened. So you remember, I will not tell the name of the person, but there was a person in the ministry who was friends with Ekta Kapoor, and that is how this lady got saved 100 times. All the FIRs and all went over her head because nobody did anything to her. Despite the fact that an FIR was given for a certain series, in Gandhi Baat and other thing in Alt Balaji, nothing was done to her. So somebody would have warned her, you and your mother, please get out of this because government is going to take action. So at that time, mother and daughter packed up their bags and left Alt Balaji to some other person. But again, this will only be in name. Okay, behind backstage, the signatories may be perhaps the same people. So this is all a hogwash. They do it to fool the people, and then you have more scams coming with Kundra making more films and Ekta making more films. And also remember, see, there was another huge scam in the case of Kundra, Raj Kundra and Shilpa Shetty. They were so immersed in it, and during that time, news came that he had got a latest luxury vehicle. We had spoken about that. So, and just recently we saw one of the the reality shows, and this lady is back. How many scams? With each scam, she seems to become bolder. Shilpa Shetty, she becomes even bolder, and she dances even in a more bold fashion. So this is what scams do in India to people. They become bolder and more shameless. They don't go into hiding. So this is something that I wanted to just to remind you people. So let me just take a few comments. Ma'am, these are all pearls of the same necklace. Ekta Kapoor, Kundra, Mahesh Bhatt. List goes on. And Wolf says, yeah, okay. Savitri says, okay, let's go on to the next one. Ekta is Chalti. Yeah, she is very scary. Absolutely. There were some issues regarding Alt Balaji manager. I guess he died or disappeared all of a sudden. Please clarify if you have any, details about that. No, I don't have anything about this, but I know for a fact that mother and daughter were warned that if you don't leave your positions here, government will be after you because, as you know, it's Modi's government. Modi is not going to spare anybody. But there were some people in the ministry who were friends with her. So I don't know, the warning would have gone to her and she would have packed her bags with her mother, and mother and daughter would have left old Balaji in the hands of another person. Yeah. And Vinny says, Unity Kapoor is a disgrace in the film industry, just like Kejo. And another thing about her is that she's so superstitious. According to her brother, each and everything, even the lettering, everything on the door, on her hands, on her fingers, she is so superstitious. She has so many rings and so many threads and whatnot. And she goes and hits her head in, on every temple, though she does not have carry the good will of God with her, with the work that they do. So I don't know how you can be superstitious and still do such things. Yeah, back to you.
Yeah, so it is quite clear that this kind of content they are trying to normalize in an OTT platform, and they are trying to pollute the minds of youngsters in India. And because they are, also pushing various reels on Instagram, and it is done by all these actresses who act in her OTT platforms, and thereby corrupting the minds of youngsters, especially those studying in schools, high schools and colleges. And this is where the Bollywood is slowly and steadily pushing the agenda. But right now, since Bollywood is out of business, they are trying other ways, especially because you have a lot of these Bollywood people now. They are looking for other sources of income, because Vivek Oberoi is all of a sudden he's a very successful entrepreneur in Dubai.
What you say
So
is so true.
yeah,
What you say is so true, Jaydeep, because today, today or yesterday, I was just watching this Farah, Farah Khan, and apparently, she and her cook at home are not making enough money. So now she's run behind another person who runs a foodie show, and where he creates all these something by the name of Lab, and she went to him because he has a huge following, and she went there as if she wanted to learn pav bhaji, and there her stupid jokes and her, what you call her frank talk, which does not make anybody laugh, was the what you call the important points of the show. And so now we know that Farah Khan doesn't have any choreography to do. Now she doesn't have any film to make because people are not watching films. So now all she can do is cooking and give her poor jokes on the people who are watching. So she's catching hold of every YouTuber who has got a huge following and can cook, and trying to learn cooking from them. So you have how many people now on cooking shows? You have Madhuri Dixit and her husband. You have Bhagyashree. You have other people like now Farah Khan is there. Who else is there? So there is a whole list. Earlier, even Sanjay Khan's wife was into it, and then suddenly she left after whitewashing a lot of people who had many things wrong with them. She whitewashed a lot of people, brought them home, served them food, and then that show was over. So now these people in Bollywood don't have any other job to do except to cook or to sell, furniture, or to sell clothes, or to sell vodka. So this is what now Bollywood is doing. So they have become shopkeepers and things like that. Earlier they were actors, but now they don't have any job. So Sona says, I think entire family Bachchan is toxic and jealous of. Sona says, no, ma'am, she's scared of her life since she has dominated so many people and sabotaged so many careers. All those malas and rings are to protect her body and her empire, which she has created. Absolutely. Because I know for a fact that many people have said that she has destroyed their careers. And Sona says, is Jaya insecure of Aishwarya's stardom? Yeah. Back to you, Jay.
Yeah, that's all the news for today. And friends, do hit the like button and share this video with your friends. And we will see you tomorrow once again. Yes.
Yeah. Good night. Jai Hind and Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.